Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nick, and if you're new here, I am a transsexual man. I was born a female, still a female, living as a man, trying to look like a man in order to, ease some symptoms of a mental disorder called gender dysphoria. On this channel, I like to talk about trans issues, react to videos of trans people, and just give my 2 cents on it. And this is going to be a shorter video today because I am sick, if you could not tell by my voice. I have 4 videos that I wanted to go over. Just give, a couple comments on them. So yeah, let's go ahead and turn on this first one.
Alright, advice for dating trans men. If you're interested in dating a trans man, then this is for you. Tip number 1. Don't say to a trans man, I stopped dating all men before I started dating you. Or I swore off all men before I started seeing you. Honey, come here. We are men. That's the whole point. In fact, we're that and some. We're a balance of masculinity, femininity, with the wisdom and knowledge and emotional intelligence that cis men, frankly, can't comprehend. We know we're real men. We just need to know that you know it too. And when you say that, it doesn't make us feel like you know that. So just don't say it. Just.
It's really interesting that she goes on to insult men's intelligence when she obviously doesn't have very much intelligence herself, just based off of the beginning of the video. Because she says at the beginning of the video to not say to a trans man that you're dating, I stopped dating all men before or until I started dating you. I swore off all men until I met you. Yeah, you think that you're smarter than men, but you're clearly not, because you don't understand that what you just said agrees with what you are saying. The people who say that are saying that they see you as a man. I stopped dating all men until I met you. Does that make sense? That person is saying that they didn't want to date any men until they met you, a man. Obviously, we're not men. We're trans men. We are females. We can never actually be men. But it's just very, very ironic that she's sitting over here and actually agreeing with her own point, not realizing it, and then going and insulting men's, not cis men's intelligence. Clearly, you are not actually all that and then some. And, yeah, I'm sorry, but no one is going to be seeing you as a man anytime soon, because you do really just look like a butch lesbian. So how about you stop saying that we're men until you actually start looking like one and acting like one? Because right here, you're acting like a sensitive little girl. This next one is a they, them, pretending she's trans.
Okay, I have a question for trans masks or non-binary people or trans men. How do you feel about a person jokingly calling you girl? Like, girl, tell me everything. Girl, you're crazy. Like, how do you feel about that? Specifically coming from like cis people. Like, I'm willing to concede that I could just be sensitive. Like, I understand that I'm sensitive, but I feel as though I've only had feedback from cis people, and I feel like I'm being gaslit. So I would love to hear other trans voices in this. How do you feel being referred to as girl as a bit? No matter how, like, in
Oh my God. Other trans voices. You're not even trans, first of all. You're a they, them, and you just look like a woman. Not even like a butch woman. Like, you just look like a feminine woman with a short haircut. You're not trans, so I'd love it if you would stop commenting on trans stuff. Unless it's like, I guess, like critiquing us, you can do that, and I'll say something back, I guess. But, honey, you're sensitive. That's it. Like, that's the short answer. You are a very sensitive person, and clearly you are not very, comfortable and happy and all that in your transition, because I myself, I don't care if somebody calls me girl, because first of all, the word girl is usually spelled Gurl, and it's been used in LGBT spaces for longer than she and I have been alive. And it's used as a term of endearment, as a nickname for some people, and typically, gay men use it for one another. Gay men use it for one another, women use it for one another. Honestly, women use it for literally everybody. And feminine gay men typically use it for literally everybody. I don't know a single woman or feminine gay man who doesn't use it for either sex and whatever gender identity you have. I still think that it's really interesting that she's calling herself trans, despite the fact that she's not transitioning at all, and she's trying to, weigh in on trans stuff that has nothing to do with her. You don't like being called a girl because you are not secure in your transition. I am very secure in my transition. I know what I biologically am. I know where I came from. I know how I grew up. I know what I still am. I know how I'm living, how I look, how I present to the world. I know all of those things. And considering the fact I know that the rest of the world sees me as a man, if I have somebody call me girl as a term of endearment, I'm not going to be upset by it, because I know that this person is looking at me, seeing a man, and just saying girl as a term of endearment. One of my friends is a trans woman, and I call her bro sometimes. I asked her, is that a bad thing? Should I stop calling you bro? And she said, no, it's just a word. I use that for all of my friends, whether they're men or women. There you go. It's because she is actually secure in her transition. She knows who she is, where she came from, how she presents to the world, so she does not care that I call her bro. I call everybody bro, in the same way that some people call everybody girl. Also, please stop talking for trans people about these issues and acting like you are trans, because you're just not. I mean, what's really funny is I actually wasn't against calling people they and them pronouns. I wasn't. I had a friend, one of my closest friends, was a they them, and she one time called herself trans when we were talking, and so I said, hang on, wait, genuine question here, how is non-binary trans? And not even joking, she flat out said, I don't know, I just heard it on the internet. That's just what everybody on the internet's saying. So you're not trans. You can't even tell me how you're trans, so how are you trans? I can tell you how I am trans. I'm trans because I am a biological female who is taking synthetic hormones and doing cosmetic surgeries in order to live as a man, to walk the world looking like, sounding like, acting like, presenting as a man. That is how I am trans. And if you cannot say what makes you trans without saying, well, anyone who changes their gender identity, no. If you cannot say what physically makes you a trans person, then you are not a trans person. It's that easy to understand. All right, here's the next one.
Trans people, how are you telling people you're trans in the wild? I'm looking for tips. I met a guy at a gay bar this weekend, and he picked me up to take me back to his place. He's 6'4", I'm 5'3", so that was pretty easy for him. Just kind of scooped me up and put me in the baby Bjorn. We're walking down the street side by side, and as we're walking, I realized that I have not told him that I am trans. We had communicated a good amount in the bar, but non-verbally, you know what? So I stop him and I say, hey, just so you know, I am transgender. If that changes anything, totally understand, but if you have any questions, let me know. Except, no, I didn't. No, what I did was shove him away from me and go, oh my God, I'm trans. As if we were both learning that at the same time.
First of all, how did you get that far out of the bar? How did you get that far with this man without telling him that you were trans? You should have told him that you were trans before you even walked out the doors of that bar, because clearly like he has one intention and one intention only, and that is hooking up with you. And if this is a gay man, when he gets back to the house and drops your pants, he's expecting a penis, but you don't have one because you're not a man. And this is how trans people die. How do people not understand this by now? Like, they're constantly screaming all the time how dangerous the world is, how people hate trans people so much that it's so dangerous that we're just being killed all the time on the street. Yeah, because you're not telling the right people that you are trans. You should have told this man that you were trans before you walked out of the bar. You could have said the exact dialogue that you had in your head and wanted to say, but you didn't say before you even left the bar counter. That's how it's supposed to go. Because in these situations, if that man is insecure in his sexuality, or, I don't know, just doesn't like being raped, he's going to kill you when he finds out that you are not what you say that you are. He's taking you home, expecting a male to have sex with. And when he finds out that you are not a male, there is a high possibility that you will never be seen again. If you go there, don't tell him that you're trans, there's a high possibility that you will not be coming out of that place alive. So how about we stop risking it and we just start telling people that we are about to go hook up with, date, marry, whatever, kiss, that we are trans so that, we don't die. How about you just start doing that? I mean, I wouldn't like let someone grope me, like feel me up or anything before I said that I'm trans. Because A, I'm secure in my transition and I don't want to lie to people, and B, it's rape if I don't. These are the same people who are constantly saying how proud they are to be trans, but the moment that they actually have to expose the fact that they are trans to avoid a possibly very bad situation, they can't do it. They're out and proud and love being trans until they actually have to talk about it in a serious manner, in a place where it actually matters. In the street, during your stupid fucking protest, nobody gives a shit that you're trans, okay? But that is where you are the loudest about being trans, and that's where you are so proud about being trans. You just love being trans out in the street, out in the public. But when you get in the bar and a big man picks you up and starts carrying you to go have sex with you, suddenly, oh my god, I literally just remember that I'm trans. I can understand, like, forgetting that you're trans, because when I'm, out in the world and I'm being treated like a man, I don't really think about it and I forget. But when you're about to go hook up with somebody, think about what you're about to do. Oh, this man is about to put his penis in my vagina because I'm a female and gay men don't like females. Maybe I should tell him that I'm a female. Oh my god, he has to do that because I'm trans and not actually a man. Just say that. It's really not that hard to just be like, hey, before we get out of here, just so I don't make you uncomfortable or surprise you or anything when we get back to your house, I just wanted to let you know that I am a trans man. I was born female. I haven't had bottom surgery. I still have my female parts. And if you don't want to, take me back to your place or to a hotel and, get it on with me anymore, that's perfectly fine. And I'm not going to be offended because sexuality isn't a choice. Right? Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Until you want to force somebody into fucking you or dating you or whatever. Let's stop risking our lives to bone someone. Okay? Because it's not going to get any further than your pants being pulled down. And then after that, you're done. Like, you don't even get the satisfaction of having sex after that because you've probably already done some other things with them prior to this. Like, I wouldn't even let somebody kiss me before telling them that I'm trans. So I just don't understand this mindset of not telling people. Maybe I actually just want to live. All right, this last one is really stupid. Let's watch it.
One thing nobody tells you about medical transition as a trans man is that everyone thinks you're gay now. And also you are gay now. Like, even if you weren't before, you're gay now. Testosterone is going to make you gayer than you thought was humanly possible. You're going to be thinking about men all the time.
So it is true that testosterone can change your sexuality, because obviously sexuality and, you know, sex feelings and everything that comes along with hormones, that is a possibility. But him saying that taking testosterone will make you gay is insanely incorrect. It doesn't automatically make you gay, okay? First of all, you are not a gay man. You are a straight female. You are a straight woman, just a very ugly woman, you know? Yeah, so how about let's stop saying that we're gay, because we're not. But yeah, that part is correct. I personally did have a little bit of a sexuality change. It wasn't anything super drastic. I've always been bisexual. I still like men more than I like women. But before I started my transition, yeah, sometimes I like the idea of, like, kind of being with a woman, but I didn't really want to, like, have sex with women. Now I want to have sex with women. Now I'm more physically attracted to women and actually want to be with a woman. So my sexuality did change a little bit. Nothing super drastic or anything like that, but it did change. He is right when it comes to everybody thinking that you're gay, though, because obviously trans men were raised as girls. They were socialized as girls. So we have different mannerisms. We have different, I don't remember what the word is for, like, the way that you speak. So, like, you speak differently than men do. You have different tones than men do. Talk with our hands more. We're just more animated because we are female. We are socialized as girls. And when you actually pass as a man, especially if you look really young, like me, like I look 14, I'm super skinny, everyone is going to assume that I'm like a feminine gay man, you know, for the most part. And that has been my experience. There's a lot of comments on there that are also saying that as well. Every single time that I have ever, like, come out to a friend as trans or anything like that, they've always said, "Oh, I just thought that you were a gay man." So at least they think I'm a man, right? One comment actually said that being on T made them straight, so I'm going to assume that means that she's a female who transitioned to live as a man and now likes women. Because obviously biology doesn't mean anything to these people. Sexuality doesn't mean anything to these people. They just don't understand how any of it works. So I'm going to assume that it's a woman who likes a woman. So actually you are gay. You actually became gay. But yeah, no, people have varying experiences on hormones, though. So the fact that he's saying that you will be gay, you will turn gay when you start hormones, is just wildly incorrect. There are a lot of parallels with certain symptoms, typically a lot of parallels with the deep voice, the hairline, the body hair, the fat shifting around, you know, being able to gain muscle easier, things like that. Those are pretty, you know, parallel between, like, everyone kind of experiences those things for the most part. Obviously not the girl at the very beginning of the video talking about what do you say or what not to say to a trans man when you date him, because she just looks like a lesbian. like a masculine lesbian, and her voice isn't high or isn't low. Like I said, I'm sick. But yeah, it is pretty linear across the board that when you are a female who starts testosterone, you're going to have these symptoms. And then there will be a few symptoms here and there that not every single trans man experiences. So, or they might experience one thing less than the next trans man. I mean, like, some trans men keep their hair the entire time that they're trans. I started balding at 20. I fixed that shit real quick because I was not about to be bald with no facial hair, you know? But yeah, speaking of facial hair, this trans man has facial hair. I don't, and I've been on testosterone for 2.5 years now. So obviously there is varying things, but there's, you know, some that are just like, why am I rambling about this? Anyways, him saying that everyone's going to be gay is incorrect. But yeah, I'm sorry about the rambling right there. Sometimes I kind of just go off, but I'm also stuffy in the head, and I'm not thinking very, very straight right now. Ha ha ha. No pun intended, talking about sexuality right there. But yeah, anyways, I just saw these videos. I saw Buck Angel react to them, so I just wanted to react to them real quick and make a fast video. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button and the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell. I don't upload a lot because I have a very busy life. I'm working like 7 days a week now, sometimes 8 days in a row. It's great. So I can't consistently upload. I've tried to promise that I consistently upload in the past, and I'm not going to say that this time because I'm not going to be consistently uploading, and I do apologize for that. As I find videos, I'll start collecting them, and I'll have them in a folder, and I will react to them at some point. I do have a lot more content on TikTok. I react to things more on TikTok because it's just more convenient. So if you do like my content and you do want to go see more of the things that I have to say, not only about trans issues, but also political issues, just life stories, you know, random, you know, social news and stuff like that, then go ahead and go to my TikTok link that I'm putting down below, or you can go search it up. It's Noticer in Chief. I'm also going to add my Instagram below. It's just a personal Instagram. I don't post this kind of content on there, but hey, if you wanted to follow me there, then go ahead. Yeah, again, thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope that you enjoy. Please leave your comments, send me videos over my socials that you want me to react to, and I will happily do that. But yeah, everybody, I hope that you have a great day, and God bless.